Today, we are jaw-jacking with Jarhead and Ginger and friends. We've got Michael and Shelly here from Our Epic RV Adventure.
And?
Oh yeah, and Talon. You can even see Talon down there in the shot. Man, we almost forgot about Talon. Sorry, Talon.
Hello and welcome back. If it's your first time here, I'm Scott.
And I'm Allison.
And we are
Jarhead and Ginger's Journey.
We're full-time RVers. We do destination videos, tips and tricks, and all things RV. That sounds like something you'd like? Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and come along on our journeys.
So, you guys are full-time RVing, right?
Yep.
How long have you guys been full-time?
That's a source of an argument, but I'll let you answer that question.
Well, we were most timers up until July of 2020, and then we sold our house, and Michael says the beginning of 2020 is when we were full-timing. I say it's beginning of August because that's when the house was sold, signed, sealed, delivered, check in our hand. So.
Okay. So either August or
July.
July. Okay. Well, that's not too far apart.
No. A month.
Well, we bought our RV in July of 2019, and we didn't spend many nights at home since we bought it.
No.
But we didn't sell the house until the following year.
Okay. So, speaking of your RV, what is your RV? What kind of RV do y'all have?
We have a 2019 Tiffin Open Road 34 PA. It's a gas Class A.
Nice. Do you like it? Would you
Love
buy
it.
it again if you had
Yes.
your option?
It's the perfect floor plan for us.
Cool. And I wouldn't call Talon a pet.
No.
What would you say?
Talon works for a living. Talon's my service dog.
Talon's a working dog. She's tired right now.
Well, she's off
But-
duty.
Yeah, she's off duty. But when she has the vest on, she's working, which is at least half the time that we've seen you.
Yeah.
We've been several places
Yeah.
while we've been here, so.
And we try to keep the vest off of her unless we're going out somewhere. So like here or around the RV, we just let her be a dog. And when she has the vest off, she acts just like any other dog.
She wants to be loved. She wants people to pet her. Yep.
She wants other dogs to leave her alone.
Yeah.
We first met Talon here at our site. She came over and Harry met her, and she's really mellow, so Harry just sniffed her and went on with his business. But the next day at church, Talon was working, so I couldn't say hi to her. I couldn't. It was so nice when she got that vest off, and she wasn't working anymore, so she was free to play.
Yep.
They joined us at church Sunday, and I think Talon really enjoyed the music. A little loud.
Yeah.
That's usually not her favorite thing.
Loud music.
Very loud things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But she does all right. She once she gets used to it, she settles in and mellows. So.
So do you guys have a plan for full-time? Like, are you going to be full-time for a year or two, or just until we can't do it, or what's the
Until we
plan?
can't do it is the current plan, and it's actually the only plan we've had so far.
I
Plan
think it'd
A?
be hard to put down roots when you don't really know where you want your roots to be. So I know a lot of people want to have like a home base or a spot, where they can go to. But for us, that's challenging because, we'd like to be lots of places. So
Right.
staying in the RV and just moving is good for us.
Yeah, we were nomads by nature. Even before we bought an RV, we loved to travel. It's very, very rare we spend a weekend at home. We'd always go somewhere or another. So this lifestyle suits us perfectly.
Which is why we didn't need a house, because we didn't want to do the upkeep on a house. You have to stay home to do that.
Yeah.
We didn't want to do that.
Right.
Yeah. Same here. I think the military puts that traveling into you, the traveling bug, and I can't picture staying in any one place for more than a few months.
Yeah, even though we do kind of winter here in the area, we are moving every couple of weeks.
Park to park.
While we stay here in the kind of in the close area here.
Yeah, a lot of people ask us where are we wintering, and we're like, well, we don't know because we're not staying put in one area. We're just traveling.
Wherever it's the warmest.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, we are not traveling north.
No.
So if you're watching this, you want to come meet up with us, and you live like in Indiana or Maine, you're going to have to wait. We want to go to those states, but well, not today.
No.
See you in one of the summer months.
Yeah, exactly.
We first discovered Michael and Shelly when we were living in Okinawa. We had just gotten into the YouTube RV community, and the red shirts that we were a part of for the collaboration, they were a part of that because Michael is also a veteran. Would you like to tell them what branch or anything about your service?
Actually, still currently serving in the Air Force. And it's been a very long time, but I've got a year and a half before I have to retire. I could retire today, but
Have to retire.
I have to retire.
Taking it all the way
That
to
is
the
not
end.
Kick
for
the
me
old man
either.
out the door.
A lot of spouses are like, you have to get out, you have to do. That is not me. That is.
I actually got a higher tenure waiver, so that added more time.
Oh, really?
Since you're traveling full time, it's so hard to remember that you are active duty and not out, not retired.
COVID was a great thing for people that want to work remotely.
Yeah, and I can thank that our ability to continue to travel on what you said. I don't want to say it too many
Right.
times. Your video
Right.
will get demonetized
Exactly.
and everything else. But so we were pretty much stationary at a near a certain base, and now it really doesn't matter until the variants stop coming in, and then we can start going back in to work on a daily basis. But never mind. I just stop there.
Don't see that happening before you're retired anyway, right?
Nope.
And what about you, Shelly? What do you do for work?
I am a senior enrollment marketing coordinator with the Citadel. So I promote their online degrees for the graduate college.
Very
And
cool.
so a lot of it is with military installations as well.
So it's pretty much remote too, unless you get around a base, and then you can possibly go on there to promote, right?
Well, I do. I go speak with the education service officers there on the installations, but I also do any college and universities that are just out there because it isn't just for military. It is for anybody who wants to go.
Oh, okay.
So we promote it both ways. And so I do a lot of education fairs. Now, because of things last year, that made it more like virtual fairs than actually going in. But now we're able to go into offices again, and some of the fairs are coming back to where they're in person. So
Oh, cool.
changes it up a little bit for me.
So you might have to start tailoring some of your travel around where you're going next, or
No, well, we just kind of go where he needs to go.
Oh, okay.
And then if there's military installations or colleges or universities around, then I can reach out and say, hey, I'm going to be in your area. You know, can I stop by?
All work and no play, you know what they say. So, where's the favorite place that you've visited so far?
Oh,
in your RV travel?
In your RV, yeah.
I knew they were going to say that. You know, I'm going to say I don't really have one spot, but I do have two trips. And one is the very first one that we took in this RV that made us want to live full-time in it, which was our Route 66 trip. We talk about it a lot, but that still holds dear to my heart because it was that point where it was like, yes, we get to go and then stop and see, and then, you know, go a little bit more and see, and I love that. And then this last one, it's about killing them, but since June we've been on the road and just really, you know, not really staying anywhere more than, well, everything's been less than a week pretty much,
Yeah.
or right at a week. And so being able to do that and just go and see, and especially a lot of it, the iconic stuff that you want to see, Mount Rushmore and, you know, Yellowstone and the Space Needle and Golden Gate Bridge and LA and stuff. I mean, I wanted to see all that stuff. So that. But I will say that probably some of the states that I was actually surprised were my favorites were like Montana and Idaho and, you know, South Dakota and stuff. So I mean,
In the summer.
in the summer.
Yes.
In the summer. So, you know, we do want to go back to that.
That's cool. I've never heard anybody say the Space Needle as a bucket list item, but
We drove by it.
I grew
Well,
up.
I didn't
I
go
grew
in
up
there.
up there, so
Right.
I was like, "Oh, she said Space Needle."
Well, I think it's just we read about stuff or we hear about it or we see it on TV, and there's nothing like going to see it. And I mean, and I didn't even mention the Grand Canyon, and that was one of our favorite trips where we took the train and went into the Grand Canyon.
That's nice.
You know, so I mean, we've just done so much. It's like if I tried to list off everything, it would be
You can't put your finger on one specific spot or specific.
No, and-
What's the favorite thing we did this month? That's probably easier.
or this week even.
Yeah,
but meeting people's been part of this journey too, and that has been phenomenal for us. We have just met some of the most amazing people and met up with some of the most amazing people. So.
Even you guys.
Yeah.
Wow. We made the amazing people list.
I mean,
It was close.
for us, that's part of this journey is being able to, to reach out and talk to people and meet them and learn about their journey as well. So.
Right. How about you, Michael? You got a specific spot or anything, or kind of the same?
For a
story?
long time, people have asked me that question. For a long time, I've said Mount Hood, Oregon. But now, I think Lake Havasu, to be honest with you.
Wow.
And I know that may sound kind of strange, but I grew up on the coast of North Carolina, and I love lighthouses.
Okay.
And Lake Havasu has, is it 26?
Something like that.
Somewhere around 26
a lot.
1/3 scale replicas of famous lighthouses from all over the country.
Oh, really?
And they're used as navigation aids there. And so we were able to fly the drone and see a lot of them because like some are in California, which we didn't want to drive to again. and so I just love that. And plus, we were pretty close to Kingman, Arizona, which is Route 66. And that drive we took from Kingman to Oatman, which is on a pretty much unimproved original section of Route 66.
Oh, wow.
With twisty tight roads.
Yeah, it was really narrow. I mean, I was
wild,
really surprised.
wild burrows all over the place in the middle of the road, and that was just a lot of fun.
You're involved in a special ministry. Can you tell us a little about that?
Sure. Shelly and I have been involved with an organization called Reboot. Used to be called Reboot Combat Recovery. Now it's just called Reboot Recovery. And what they do is, at this point in the game, they help anybody who's gone through any type of trauma. And it's a 12-week class, and I want to stress class. It's not a group therapy session or anything, but it teaches you how to first of all discover the root of that trauma and process it and try to move on with your life. And it's a Christ-centered class, even though you don't have to be a Christian to actually attend and get benefits from it. When we took the class, so about 6 years ago or so, for the first time, we had out of the many people we had a very devout atheist, and we also had a rabbi. So, and they both got a lot out of the class, and so we finally got back into teaching it because there's such a need there. They have 3 different classes: combat recovery geared towards veterans. Then they have first responders. Well, guess who that's geared to?
First responders?
And then they just have one that's called trauma recovery, and that's everybody else. And all the classes are pretty much identical. The only difference is the jargon and lingo used in the classes. So obviously with the one geared to everybody, there's a whole lot less jargon and lingo. And then you got cop and firefighter lingo in one and military lingo in the other. Clean military lingo.
Clean military.
Yeah.
You don't hear a lot of that.
That's awesome that you get to serve the Lord while you're traveling and to help people recover from their experiences.
So you guys have your YouTube channel, the Our Epic RV Adventure.
Yep.
Where else, if anybody that's watching doesn't know your channel, where else can they might find you guys on Facebook or TikTok or
all
stuff?
the usual places. We're not
All the stuff?
we have a TikTok account, but we haven't done anything with it yet. We have a Twitter account, which we just kind of abandoned. But it's there. So Instagram, Facebook, and of course YouTube is our 3 that we spend the most time on. And
we're kind of not. YouTube is not our life.
yeah,
We want people to understand that. Like, we enjoy doing this, and it does help, and we want to help veterans, and so that have dealt with trauma, and so that's why we do YouTube. It started out a little bit different, wanting to, show the kids where we've been and whatever. But then,
Right.
as we've journeyed through this, it is more about helping veterans. So our lives don't completely revolve around it.
Right.
So just if we were doing all that social media, we wouldn't have a life, and our life of, our life is more important than our life.
Right.
So, yeah, so we focus on us, and then we focus on everything.
That's cool.
But we do enjoy going out and making videos and post them out there, and all the money we make off all of our social media stuff, we give it all back to a Christian-based veterans charity.
That's awesome.
And
I was going to mention that too.
granted, it's
Beat me to
not
the
tons
punch.
of it's not tons of money. It's tens of dollars, though. But
Tens of dollars is
Yeah,
better than
but-
$0.
but the Lord has blessed us, so we just want to pass that blessing on.
It's awesome. Yeah, that's great. So, like you just said, every single dollar they make on their social media stuff goes to Christian-based veterans charities. So, when you're watching these guys and the ads come on, let them play. Punch the. What do you have? The you have Patreon and one other. You
Yeah.
have the one on YouTube too,
membership.
right?
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
YouTube membership, we have Patreon, and
We do have swag.
yeah, and plus there's also a button underneath the video where you could just donate straight from there.
Oh, there you go.
And the link in the description of all of our videos is links on how you can help.
There you
Just
go.
make it easy.
So-
And we encourage people to donate straight to like Reboot Recovery or any other veteran Christian-based organization, because it's not about us giving the money. It's just about us raising the awareness. And anything that does come in, then we're able to give to them. But
Yeah, give to them directly or give to us so we can give it to them. Doesn't matter to us.
Right.
But if you give directly, let us know so we can thank you
yep,
Absolutely, yeah,
publicly.
for sure.
If you
want that.
want, yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
If you want your name on YouTube, make sure you check out their channel and subscribe and do all the things over there as well. And if you're still here, we appreciate it. Thanks for sticking around to the end. We'll see you next time on Jawjacking with Jarhead and Ginger
Bye.
and friends. Bye.
See ya.
Bye, friends.